Welcome back to Harbour Unboxed. I'm going to do it. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
How many times should we do this? One more? Do like a left hand now?
Sure.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah.
All right, we'll come back to
Maybe one
that.
more.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Actually, I'll look at the camera. We'll both look at the camera. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
All right, we've got
right.
enough meme content now.
Yes.
So what are we doing at Computex?
I don't know.
That was kind of all we had planned for this video. We sat down, we talked for about 15 minutes. That's what we came up with. We were trying to work out what's going on. We obviously had a conversation on your channel, which
Industry's in a rough shape.
we used all of our content on the Gamers Nexus video. So make
It's
sure
only 30 minutes. Normally we have like hours of content.
it's true. Normally we can't stop talking, right? We actually have, the guys have to be like, you've got to go, I've got to
Right,
go.
yes.
We have other things to do. This time we sort of walked up to each other. Hey, g'day, how you going?
I mean, it's not. It's just it's in a really bad state. Like and the industry too, but just PC DIY, PC gaming is kind of rough right now. Where there's plenty of games to play. They're still fun. It's just you're not being catered to, you know. So
Yes, which we talked about on your channel. To summarize the discussion, I don't know. Our 2026 Computex coverage is brought to you by MSI and their GeForce RTX 50 series graphics cards, including flagship models like the Supreme Liquid and Vanguard, both of which delivered class-leading results in our testing. Powered by NVIDIA's Blackwell architecture, RTX 50 series GPUs are the ultimate way to experience ray tracing, delivering more realistic lighting and visual fidelity than ever before. You'll also benefit from AI-powered DLSS 4.5 frame generation and NVIDIA Reflex for smoother, more responsive gameplay. So for more information on MSI's GeForce RTX 50 series of graphics cards, please check the links in the video description. Finally, a big thank you to G.Skill for helping to make our Computex trip possible this year. G.Skill offers an outstanding range of DDR5 memory with AMD Expo and AMD Expo featuring ultra-low latency support specifically designed to maximize AMD Ryzen performance. So for more information, please check the links in the video description. Can't really work out what's going on. None of it makes sense.
you're not alone, I guess, if you're in the audience.
So-
yeah, think of that. Yeah.
I guess we'll do less of that again. And we did touch on the is Radeon screwed discussion, which I think is less interesting really this year than the is GeForce screwed, because we touched a bit on that, but we can probably go over it again. And you no doubt have, actually we'll cap this at like 15 minutes,
Okay.
all right, Steve?
All right.
So no tinfoil hats,
Okay.
just try and stay.
Can we put the tinfoil hat away? Okay. All right.
I'm seeing it's been packed away right
Yeah.
now. They were coming towards you with it
Yeah,
as I
they
said
were.
that, so they've backed off now. But yeah, take it away. What can you tell us?
Is GeForce screwed? No.
Well, actually,
Is that short enough?
but not,
mean, like-
not NVIDIA, GeForce.
Users of it?
Well,
Because I think like really the where it's screwed is first of all the low end's been kind of abandoned for a while. Like there's some stuff there, but the days and inflation, whatever. I
so you don't
fucking
like
care.
a 50-50? Okay, sorry. I got the look then. That was serious. You nearly snapped.
No, I do not.
It's like a trigger word.
The days of like the $150 GPU have been long gone.
Yeah.
At least the one that's kind of useful.
You can't even get a $150 APU anymore.
Yeah, that's true too. And I think the only thing on the GeForce side that's screwed, I guess, maybe allocation. Like they probably, I don't know. I'm not gonna stand here and feel bad for anyone who works for NVIDIA, but probably some of their supply goes to data center also, right? And so maybe there's a reduction, I guess, in supply for GeForce. I'm not really sure exactly. It seems like they still sell as well as they ever have. So
Yes, yeah. There's probably less allocation overall from what I'm seeing, especially like the 5090s, because they crack into the US like top 10 on Amazon for GPU sales, which is a little bit confusing because I think they're like $5,000 or something absurd. I don't actually know what they are.
You know, that's interesting too. Because I don't know if you remember, but there was a rumor either early this year or late last year about the 5090 MSRP is going to be adjusted or whatever. The price will be adjusted to $5,000.
Okay, that makes sense.
And that didn't really happen for a while. And I remember actually asking NVIDIA, I was like, this is a waste of time, but sure, why not? I sent them an email and I was like, so $5,000, yes or no? And they were like, no. Like it's the same price it's always been, and we can't control third-party partners.
Yep.
And we have no control of the retailer market. just the rest of the world, but not the retail market.
Yeah, so it's obviously not gamers that are spending that much money on a 5090. It's
Very few.
those that want to run AI workloads and want the 32 gigs of VRAM. So there's clearly a market there, even though it is a GeForce like gaming product.
Yeah.
They're predominantly being bought for non-gaming related tasks.
Yeah, I think that stuff too probably has theoretical use cases in local AI or something.
Sure.
I don't really know. I mean, we went to Corsair. Corsair had like I think 3D printed stand on their desk with 5 mini PCs in it.
Okay.
And they were like, and they had money on the screen. It was literally just a dollar sign and tens of thousands
They're
of
like, we're
dollars.
getting it right. This is correct.
Yeah, that was what it felt like. Because I looked at it, I was like, what's the demo here? I'm literally just seeing
They're
a
like, we're
dollar
printing
sign.
money.
Yeah. So I was trying to figure it out. I think they were saying this is how much you would save by doing local instead of getting a whatever subscription
Okay.
or something. And you could tell even just the companies like Corsair, which is a large company that, although mostly gaming, is not only gaming.
Mm-hmm.
And even they're looking at this like, which straws do we grasp at and how many are there?
Yeah, they're basically as confused as I am, but they know they also want to make AI money.
Right.
So
they just literally put a money sign on the screen and then connected it to a box.
Like-
that, I'm not even sure if it was running. It might have just been an MP4. Like if you stand there long enough, it might loop. I don't know.
like we studied what Jensen's doing, and as far as we can tell, this is it. So we also are going to do this.
That is what it felt like. Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, we saw a couple of like AI personal, like MSI had a case that has agentic AI or whatever in
Yeah.
it. And I'm like, okay, we didn't even bother covering it. Like we covered pretty much all of their stuff, and the one real AI focused thing they had, we're like, nah.
Do you
we'll
not
just
have
skip
an
that.
AI case at home?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what it does yet, but I know I need
You
it.
ask it a thing,
Mhm.
then it awkwardly pauses for anywhere up to 30 seconds.
Okay.
And then it kind of answers the thing you asked it.
You know, my favorite is when I was talking to a customer support rep the other day, and it did actually trick me for a minute where the responses sounded kind of real, and they do this stupid bullshit where it like pipes in background typing noises.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And after a bit, I was like, hold on a minute. And it's so, everything is shoehorned in. The Corsair example is the perfect one.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference is Corsair didn't bother to try and hide the what is the money coming from with a thing.
I mean, do you need to?
I don't think you do anymore. So
You don't even need to prove that it's useful. You just say it's useful, and it's going to be useful in 6 months. And then even when you get 6 months down the track and it's done nothing, it still doesn't matter because
Yeah.
it's AI. So they'll...
the tax breaks will flow and the circular money will continue. I mean, in theory, the musical chairs, at some point, the music stops and someone isn't sitting in a chair, but
Do you think when that happens, so that
good
AI...
use of when.
Yeah, I'm very much on the when, by the
Okay.
way. Not an if, it's a when. When that happens, will you sort of... It'll be a situation where... I don't even know how to describe it. You're like, oh, I'm not crazy.
I
Like, I don't even know if it's relief is the right word because I don't know what the word is.
I'm so relieved there's a global financial meltdown.
Exactly.
This is everything I've been asking for. Now the people are going to stop saying Steve's crazy and he's got a tinfoil hat. Yes.
It's the worst I told you so.
Yeah, we'll bring back the I told you so discount code. I think it's on some, I don't know, man. If there's a meltdown that bad, I don't know that I'm worried about whether I was right or not anymore, you know? Like,
Well, it's not even about being right or wrong. It's more for your own personal sanity.
it probably helps in some ways. It probably helps in the sense of, okay, not crazy. It probably hurts in the sense of, but what can I do? Because like I
Yeah.
always want to, I want to see change, and I want to get involved. And
So are you looking at like running for president?
no,
I'm not sure.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what you're going to do.
I think the best answer I've come to for that is, short version is on the local side with data center development, you can have an impact like with town council hearings and stuff like that. Like it's small enough scale that you can maybe stop a data center from being built somewhere. I don't know how much that helps in the grand scheme of things, but it definitely helps a little bit locally.
Yeah, I'm not even convinced it even matters because I don't think they're going to get built.
That's true.
The time frame for that stuff to happen is longer than I think they can keep this
Charade
grift going.
Yeah.
But again, I could just be wrong because I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're probably right. So I don't know, CoreWeave you may be somewhat familiar with by name.
I've heard the name for sure.
And so CoreWeave's a big NVIDIA partner. They're like NVIDIA's sugar baby. And CoreWeave is derived from a former GPU mining company, crypto mining.
Yep.
And their crypto mining site is
being
converted into a data center. Funny how that works.
Yeah.
Right? And this is true for a lot of them where, I don't know, it's almost like the crypto mining was the dry run. And now we figured out how to keep it going longer, but I don't think
I don't, no idea. That could I always just assumed that it opened their eyes.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, gamers are whingy little bitches,
right.
and they don't want to pay the money we want for this. Like, they don't like us having these massive margins, and they complain about products getting worse. That's so annoying.
Right.
And then cryptocurrency came along, and they're like, we can sell anything and everything we can make, and we're not even price gouging as much as what we should have.
Right.
Like, they're sort of taken aback. They're impressed by how well other, it's probably mostly distribution, but I'm not exactly sure where the majority of the price gouging occurred.
Yeah.
And look, I'm not saying it wasn't with NVIDIA either. I'm certainly not saying that, but I don't know. I'm sure they didn't price gouge as much as they would have liked to have.
Probably a decade ago, I did an interview with David Cantor, who's a very technical industry analyst. And I remember him saying, he did all the math for me. I can't remember the details anymore, but about how this is why NVIDIA should be charging at least 4 times more. Not should, and he wanted them to, should, and they will see it and they'll realize they can charge more.
Yeah.
And he was right. I remember at the time I was like, don't say that. And here we are. And he was exactly right.
I mean, they were always learning. You go back over a decade now, and your flagship products were like $360 US. And it was a very different market back then. But they would try with the Titan products and stuff, and you and I'd be saying these are dumb, don't buy them.
I remember you'd pay $100 for a 1% improvement for one of them. It was $400 more, you got 4% more performance.
Yeah, and they still sold everything they made for the most part. So they're like, 1390 Ti makes sense, and then
here's SGI. Part of the reason SGI collapsed was because they, as I understand it, didn't believe that the money was in the consumer market. They targeted business to business, and Jensen and NVIDIA came along and they started targeting the consumer market. They were obviously very successful. 3DFX, AMD, all that stuff, or ATI at the time. Do you think there's any kind of it feels like we're a little bit back to okay, actually, why should we target the consumer market? We go for B2B. Do you think there's a full cycle? Does someone collapse over that, or have we learned how to not f this up? And by we, I mean everyone who's not us.
Well, again, I don't understand it because I get the business-to-business thing. That makes sense, right? Because again, if they're going to pay more money and not be whiny gamers,
right.
that's great for NVIDIA. But somebody has to then sell a product, right? So it's fine for you to sell the hardware and the ability to do a thing. Someone makes an excavator, but they don't just make excavators and they sit in a yard. They do construction with them that then pays off the investment of the excavator.
Right.
So you buy all the GPUs.
But what if you can just not?
I mean,
what if you just promise to? What if I promise to sell you an excavator, you promise to buy it, and then if you don't use the excavator, I will actually pay you for time on that excavator that I've already sold you?
So
what do you think about that?
I'm like a warehouse for keeping excavators clean. I like the idea.
Right, but you don't actually need them.
Yeah, no, I'm all for that if it makes me a lot of money, I guess.
Yeah, I think it will.
Yeah, we can do that.
The Steve's with the apostrophe at the end, excavator emporium.
So,
right now,
I feel like at some point there needs to be a customer to give money, but I'm wrong. So,
I don't fucking know. I don't know anymore. It's commerce doesn't work the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, I don't really, I don't get it. So
yeah, Is GeForce screwed? Are GeForce gamers? No, not gamers. You were just saying is GeForce screwed?
Is GeForce
Is
screwed? I think we know
GeForce
the
screwed?
GeForce gamers are screwed.
Right. Is GeForce itself screwed? In the sense that maybe there's some more. I know you were talking about you tried GeForce Now and the latency sucks.
Oh yeah, I hadn't even. Yeah, you saw my X post about that. I guess that's what we're calling those.
Yeah, tweet. Yeah,
my X tweet.
Yeah.
Yes. So I watched your video, which
Yeah.
I found really interesting, and it made me think. So that's
The
good.
collapse one.
Yep. The first.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one. It was probably just before Computex, a week
Yeah.
before, maybe, or days before. Watched that video, and I thought to myself, you know what? I've always just said this server-side gaming stuff sucks.
It does.
Because of reasons that are obvious.
Yeah.
But I haven't tried it myself. So I know I'm not wrong, and I've seen other people try it. But I thought, you know what? They have GeForce Now in Australia. I can sign up to an I think it's the Ultimate plan, I think it's called.
Yeah, it's like $20 a month or whatever.
Something like that. I think it might be 30 Australian, so it's 20 real dollars. So
For now.
yeah, for now. So I signed up. You've got to bring your own games library and stuff. So you are renting, hiring a computer, you know, which you've talked about extensively. Thought, all right, let's see what this is like. And they offered Fortnite, to my surprise. I'm one of the few adults in the world that are familiar with Fortnite. So they'll give that a go.
You're pretty good from what I've heard.
So I fired it up, and I was not pretty good on GeForce Now.
Okay.
It was very unplayable. It did give me a warning saying this could be a bit laggy. That didn't sell it on the true experience. It was horrific, unplayable. And I also gave Balin a go, and he confirmed horrific, unplayable.
I think the like finer point I've been adjusting to is I think it's more of a move away from owned high power personal computing, not just gaming. Meaning like you do your whatever work you could do at home work. You maybe do that or ship that to cloud service providers.
That makes complete sense that that's what they would want. Because that captures everybody.
Right.
Like, you know, the grandparents, the parents, the siblings, the whole lot. Like everyone's paying for a family subscription or whatever it may be to do all of their computing.
I mean, 100%. I could see Adobe, for example, saying subscribe to this and you can use Adobe Premiere through our whatever.
You don't need a Threadripper CPU anymore.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend, yeah. And on the surface, that does sound like a great, and it kind of does make sense for that sort of thing. Like if you don't need, because our Threadripper system that we use, because we do heaps of warp stabilization for those motherboard videos, and yeah, we've got lots of RAM in there and stuff like that. That's probably like
just bragging at this point. This guy has RAM.
I didn't. Thanks, Steve. I don't know how much that system is in Australian dollars, but it's over 15,000. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
So if you could pay a reasonable price, and I guess that's where I'm making some pretty horrible assumptions for a subscription where you get that kind of performance on a server-side experience, that could make sense because it works right. At least video playback and stuff like that should probably work.
I feel like they can probably buffer that and fix the latency.
Yeah,
you know?
that should work. But gaming, which is like the most latency sensitive. I tried to combine those two words, then it didn't work very well. Task, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And you know, Fortnite was bad, obviously. So I thought, let's try some other games, you know, Forza Horizon 6 and stuff. It was all bad.
Yeah, and it's interesting because if you're like, personal computing can move to the cloud and it makes sense financially because our system's $15,000 and this is $20 a month. You start to draw the red string, and it is like, oh, interesting. So this is why the price can also go up, because if we make it unattainable, then it only makes sense to subscribe. So I think that's for me where it's like, that's the am I crazy part.
Yeah.
Because I am connecting some dots, right?
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, you're not crazy in the sense that that's absolutely what they would want to have happen. That is the most profitable and guaranteed like revenue stream for them.
Right.
So they would want to do that. It's just I don't see, at least with the current level of technology and physics, I don't see how it happens for gaming. Like the experience is so bad. Maybe if you're playing like a really slow paced,
maybe casual games
story. Yeah,
on a handheld
I hear people
whatever.
are like, I'm on fiber and it's fine, but I don't buy it. Like, they not saying they're necessarily wrong in their opinion. They're just a different gamer to the type of gamer I am.
Right. They're not wrong. They're just the wrong kind of gamer.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're wrong.
got it.
They're wrong. I get what you're saying. Yeah. They're doing it wrong. They're holding it wrong. They're doing it wrong. All of it's wrong. So I just don't see that being a future where they can. But then I know the argument, I've seen it from people who've come from your videos, are saying, the hardware won't be there to purchase.
Uh-huh.
So you'll just have to use GeForce Now, and they'll make it a bit better, so it won't be as bad as
I think
it is
there's
now.
some nuance to that.
Yeah, because as we said, it's like, you know, multi-billion-dollar industry.
Yeah.
If someone comes along and eventually fills that void with a better product, and consoles and stuff exist anyway,
Right.
so I don't think like Sony's shutting down their operation because GeForce Now.
Xbox may be questionable.
Yeah.
But Sony, yeah.
I deliberately didn't use them as an example.
Yeah.
So, also supporting our Computex coverage is Be Quiet and their excellent new range for 2026. Some of their latest offerings include power supplies like the Dark Power 6, AIOs such as the Pure Loop 3, additions to the light-based lineup, and a great selection of peripherals. Be Quiet's entire range is German designed, enjoying excellent build quality and silent performance. So for more information, please check the links in the video description.
So is GeForce screwed?
I don't know how to answer this. I think no, because ultimately I think the AI side of the business is probably going to be more screwed than anything.
But DLSS 5 is coming. That'll fix it.
Yes.
Very well received. Did you
Tim
see
was
that?
very, very interested in...
He liked it, huh?
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yes. So...
Looks great.
He's looking very... I was going to keep leading into that, but he's not allowing me behind the camera. No, actually... Tim hated it. Okay. I think I was more receptive of than he was. And again, I wasn't a huge fan, but I don't think I was outraged as most, but I got it. And I still wasn't like massively on board. I think maybe because it's just my bar's been lowered so much that I'm like, this is the least outrageous thing I've seen happen in a while.
I mean, you're just describing NVIDIA being like abusive.
Yeah, I was like deep in my AI research. And I'm like, this makes more sense than anything else I'm reaching these days. So
it's the Overton window. They're shifting what's reasonable
by
making everything insane.
Yep. It's skewing my, I think just, I don't know, perception of reality maybe.
Someone in Taiwan who's not in the industry made a comment to me that when Jensen is here, he's the center of the world. Because everything attracts to him like a magnet.
Yeah.
And so I think we're seeing that where like the expectation of a reasonable reality is drifting.
Yep. Well, circling back to the DLSS 5 thing quickly, Tim did ask them about it because he was very intrigued as to why they didn't have it. So that's where I was going with Tim. He was like, this is interesting. Why is there? And their
I asked that too.
Are you happy to me to talk about this, Tim? Their answer, basically, they said it's such a big deal and such a big thing that it warrants like its own event.
Okay.
So was it months from now?
I think so.
In months from now, they're going to do like a special DLSS unveiling type thing. So you have that to look forward to.
The answer I got, my question was, so DLSS 5, is it not here because it's a PR disaster that requires fine tuning and the language needs to be adjusted, or because it's not ready? And the answer I got was, and that was about it.
Tim sort of approached it in a similar way to you, maybe slightly more diplomatically. I'm not, maybe slightly. But yeah, they just said, oh no, it's still coming, and it's just a few months. We've got. I think they said we've got so much other stuff to show at the Computex trade show that DLSS 5 can wait. And we're like, oh, okay,
sure.
So they tiptoed around it for sure.
Yeah. So I look forward to covering DLSS 5.
Yes, well, I look forward to watching your coverage and Tim's. It's going to be quite entertaining. So it might be the most entertainment I've had all year.
Yeah.
Well, on that note,
next time will be machine generated. We won't even be here, and not just because there's no point.
I'll handle the heat better. So thanks, Steve. See you guys.
That was good. We were synchronized.